Okay, I'm not exactly sure where I'm supposed to go. I don't remember how I figured it out last time. Oh. Oh, is it just up there? Oh. Okay. Once again, I'm an idiot. Sometimes. All the time, maybe.
I had kidney stones and you visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the car crash involved a drunk driver. A drunk driver, not a junk driver. God, sometimes I can't talk. Whoa!
Was this what Paul saw through
Holy
his
shit.
windscreen? Not Lot's wife looking over her shoulder, but a scar in the hillside, falling away to black forever.
That is terrifying. I kind of want to jump, but I don't want to start this over and have to walk all the way back. No, fuck it.
I've begun my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
Well, those are photographs, I think. And medical equipment, scissors and stuff, gauze. Oh no, those aren't pictures. I thought that was like the shape of a guy, but no, that's just bandages. Yeah, okay.
The bothy was constructed originally in the early 1700s. By then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
The London Clinic. I wish I could get closer to read it, but like this is as far as you can zoom. There's no crouch option. So yeah, he said that the guy who built this, his name was Jakobsen, and he was part of a Scandinavian family. So that means that this island is probably somewhere north of Great Britain or the United Kingdom. Which is why it looks so much like Newfoundland to me, because Newfoundland's geography is really similar to the geography of Northern Europe.
When the oil lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the moonlight to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs, and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
What does this book say? I think it's written... Yeah, I think those are runes. Which is why I can't read it. There's a light over there in that cave.
What to make of Donnelly, the laudanum and the syphilis? It is clearly not how he began, but I've been unable to discover if the former was a result of his visiting the island or the force that drove him here. For the syphilis, a drunk driver smashing his insides into a pulp as he stumbled these paths, I can only offer my empathy. We're all victims of our age. My disease is the internal combustion engine and the cheap fermentation of yeast.
Okay, wait, so was I the drunk driver? I don't
They
know.
found Jakobsen in early spring. The thaw had only just come. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. He'd struggled halfway down the cliff path, perhaps looking for some lost goat, or perhaps in a delirium, and expired, curled into a claw right under the winter moon. Even the animals shunned his corpse. The mainlanders thought to bring it home unlucky. Donnelly claims they dragged it to the caves to thaw out and rot, but he is proving an unreliable witness.
More shipwreck? Yeah. This looks older though. Way older. Could be a longship actually. Which would go with the theme of the Scandinavians being here. Vikings and all that.
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell and have injured my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
Okay, so the music just got really fucking creepy. I don't know if there's even anything down here. Oh. Hebridean history. Bunch of clothes. Okay, this guy really liked this one book because he bought like 10,000 copies of it. Some maps and stuff here too. Alright, let's go into the creep cave. Candle. Oh no, everything's suddenly blue. That doesn't look like water. Okay, I guess I gotta go down here. Whoa! Ow! Fucking son of a bitch. Ugh.
From here, this last time, I have understood there is no turning back. The torch is failing along with my resolve. I can hear the singing of the sea creatures from the passages above me, and they are promising the return of the gulls.
Well, fuck, there goes my flashlight. Okay. This is a really, really, really well done place. Look at this. This is so well modeled, and just everything about it is great. I love these stalactites and stalagmites. They're awesome. I wish I knew why everything was glowing blue, though. Or green, in this case. Mushrooms.
It was as if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
Okay, wait. So this entire game might be a metaphor for the car crash. That makes a lot more sense. But that doesn't explain the Scandinavian and the Jakobsen dude. But this is shaped like a heart, and that's pretty cool. And that's not really something you would see in nature. So, yeah. god, this is so beautiful. Supposed to go down here? Yes, so. These waterfalls, man. This looks so good. Okay. This is what Skyrim's caves should have looked like. I mean, not that Skyrim's caves are bad, but this has a significantly more northern Nordic feeling to it. It would have suited that game really well if they looked more like this. Oh, shit. No, I don't want to go down there again. Okay. Uh-oh. Blood? Yes, maybe. No.
I'm traversing my own death throes. The infection in my leg is an oil rig that dredges black muck up from deep inside my bones. I swallow fistfuls of diazepam and paracetamol to stay conscious. The pain flows through me like an underground sea.
I don't even know which way I'm supposed to go, so I'm just gonna walk around until I find the exit. Alright, I think I'm supposed to go up here, up that way, but I'm just gonna go right here and see what's over here before I do that. can't get over how beautiful this game looks.